that I sit here tonight, and these are the things, just as Amy told you, that you should take away about my work. You expect if you come to a judge's fundraiser that judges will stand up and support the candidate that they like. That's expected. But what I've never really ever seen at a judge's fundraiser before is to see prosecutors stand up, to see law enforcement stand up. And that's important when you think about the position that Myrene's running for. She's running to be a district court judge. And you may go, well, what's the difference? A judge is a judge. No. District court judges have very much different responsibilities than circuit court judges. And district court judges spend a lot of times having to actually analyze cases at the lowest level, probable cause hearings when it comes to criminal. They have to be able to handle small claims courts. They have to be able to handle tickets, traffic offenses, all of that information. You want a judge who actually understands how to do that, someone who's actually been a part of the process. I can tell you, I've been a prosecutor for 30 years. I have run through judges in Eaton County. And the ones that always do the best are the ones who actually came with some experience. The ones who actually had the understanding of the job they had to do. That's what Myrene brings for you. And I think it's important that you think about what Amy said. You're going to need to get out and talk to your friends about it. In November, she is on the nonpartisan part of the ballot. So if you hit R or if you hit D and you stop, you miss Myrene. You miss voting for her. And I can tell you, being elected since 2013, I've known Myrene for a long time. Myrene was one of the people we served on our Prosecuting Attorneys Association together. She was a voice that was always there. You were victim advocate chairman, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She was in charge for us prosecutors at the state level of running our victim advocates committee. Victim advocates are our lifeline in a prosecutor's office. They're the ones who deal with the victims every day when a prosecutor may be in court. She was the committee chair in charge of making sure that those victim advocates across the state actually had the best things that they needed. That's the type of things she brings. That's what's going to make her so good. I hate to see her leave prosecution. I love being a prosecutor. No offense, judges. But that's my passion. You know, I could stay a prosecutor the rest of my life. I ran for Attorney General because I didn't like what I was seeing at the statewide level. And I wanted to bring the things back that Attorney Generals used to have. You know, it had accountability, it had integrity, words that have been used to get about Myrene. You know, I want to see it focused on public safety, something that Myrene's done for 30 years. I want to see that we're actually protecting everyone's rights, what a prosecutor does every day. And I want to see us enforce the law. Judges shouldn't do nothing more than call balls and strikes. That's their responsibility, especially at a district court level. That's what Myrene's been doing for 30 years. And so I'm honored as the Eaton County Prosecutor, as the Attorney General nominee, to be here. Myrene asked if I could come down. It's a couple-hour drive. And I said, tell me the day and tell me time and I'll be here. You know, but you've heard enough from me. Myrene's a person. You need to get out and you need to tell your friends. You know, I appreciate the judges coming over from Allegan County. That says a lot because, you know, I'm not sure my judges might say that. No, there is. You know, but I'm the elected prosecutor, so it happens. So, but Myrene, please come forward and say a few words. Give her a big hand.